Hi, this is Anne-Marie. Very warm welcome. I'm just doing a short, sharp, low impact, lower body workout today. So less than 20 minutes, we're going to get going now. So if we just start with a march. Now, as with all of my workouts, I've not got any particular injuries in mind. Please listen to your body. Please take a drink whenever you need one. Please make sure your space is all safe. You've got enough room to do it. All the equipment you need today is a mat. That's it, okay? I choose to do it in my socks. You can do it barefoot. If it's more comfy for you, use your trainers. It depends on the floor. Just make sure it's safe, not slippy. All right, but making sure we're standing up nice and tall. It's all about the lower body today. So we're moving from this walking into some small squats. So feet just maybe wider than your hips. You're going to take it slow squat down. Okay, and they're just small. We're starting to warm up. So pushing the bottom back and down. You can throw the arms in front, whichever's more comfy for you, really. You can go into a prayer pose, whatever you really like. Gradually, these squats are going to get a little bit bigger. So just showing you from the side, my bottom is going back and down. My knees are staying behind my toes, so maybe over the midfoot, but generally staying kind of towards the rear of my foot. So when I do that, my body weight is going into my heels. We'll be using squats in this workout. So just try and remember, pushing the bottom back and down, keeping the chest proud and upright. Okay, lovely. From here, we're going to do some little lunges. So just small lunges behind, take a step back, knee goes down, my body is staying upright, shoulders back and down, the spine is long. Okay, we're just warming up. So we don't need to be too worried about how deep we go at this stage. Making it all nice and comfy and easy, making sure that we've got all of the movements we're planning to use ready to go when we want them. Okay, from here we're just going to do some knee lifts. So pull down, bring the knee up in front. Looking good, guys. So standing up nice and tall, keeping the spine long. Now all of these exercises, I'm going to give you plenty of modifications. You can make it as easy or as hard as you wish. If you have weights hanging around, you can use some weights as well, and I'll try and indicate to you how you might want to use those. Okay, and from here we'll do a hamstring curl, so kicking the foot up towards the bottom. So we should be feeling reasonably nice, warm, ready to go. We're just going to take the hips, a few hip circles. Our first move, I've got my little list to keep me on track today. Just going to do some really slow squats down. Okay, so getting into position. When you're ready, I'm going to start my feet slightly wider than hip distance, toes gently pointing out towards the corners. Are you ready? Let's go. So take it down, take it up. So in this workout today, we've got 1 minute of work, followed by a 30-second rest break. Now, if you have weights here, feel free, you could have them in your hands, going down in between your legs. You could have them out to the side. You could use resistance bands if that's what you've got. You can use cans of beans, you can use nothing, I don't mind. To make it harder, slow it down. So if you want to, take it nice and slow and low. So get the bum nice and low down in line with the knees. So pushing back and down, still keeping this chest up, long and tall through the spine. But keeping it slow. And really feel that squeeze in the glutes. So squeeze into the bum to push the hips up. Nice and slow down. Squeeze it up. Lovely. Nearly there. Wonderful. Lovely. So here's our little break. If you need a break, again, you can grab your water whenever you want it. Now you may be starting to feel a bit out of puff. You might find this quite straightforward. It's going to be different for everybody. Get some water whenever you need it. We've got our 30-second break. Our 10-second breaks, we'll just keep moving, just keep walking. Our next move is going to be a rear leg lift. So we'll do 30 seconds one side, 30 seconds on the other. So gently lean the body forward, I'll show you from the side. Just going to squeeze the glute, lift the leg. So toning into the glute, you're gently leaning forward, so at the top of the move, the leg remains in a straight line with the body. And I'm working all the way through, the leg is long, I don't need to really lock out at the knee, but the leg remains long. And you're kind of holding a balance as well, so if you want to make it a little bit deeper, lean the body forwards for a little bit more of an angle on the leg. Okay, so we're doing 30 seconds each side. We need to switch. So I'll turn around and face it. Well, I'll show you from the front, why not? So I've got that lean forwards, Hips remaining pointing forwards. And it's just that squeeze into the glute, that gentle squeeze to activate the glute, lengthen through the leg. Okay, if you had weights, you might have had them in your hands to help you with the balance. You could use a resistance band on the leg that's pushing back. Wonderful. March it out here, march it out. So, our next move is going to be a rear lunge. So, I'll show you, we're still in our marching phase, but I want to show you what we're going to aim for. Taking a step back, knee down to a knee lift up. Switch sides, step back. Okay, we're still just marching it, I just wanted to show you. So the lunge, you're getting that back knee down and in line, keeping the chest up. So the body's remaining upright throughout this whole move. Are you ready? Let's go. So it's a step back, knee behind the toe, taking it up and switch. It's a slow move, slow and controlled. And back down. And in this move, when you go down, push out this front heel to bring it back up. So it's almost like half a squat. And alternating. So my feet are remaining hip distance. Let me show you from front. Feet remaining hip distance. Oh, nearly in the curtain there. Taking it back. Knee up. Lovely. Slow and controlled. Okay, so we're focusing on taking out the impact, but not necessarily taking out the strength you require to do this move. So really squeeze it up, squeeze and reach. Lovely. Don't really mind what you're doing with your arms, just try and stay balanced. Whatever works for you. It's all good. Last one. There we go, so marching out, marching here, right. Now the next move we're going to move into is what's called a sumo squat. A sumo squat, I want your legs reasonably wide, your feet pointing out a bit. I want to try and keep your chest really upright. So what you're imagining is that you're going down and up against a wall effectively. You're not leaning into this one at all. So you're remaining upright in the body, but the legs are going down and up. And it's starting like this. When you're ready, it's down and up. So again, you might put your hands on your waist. Right, well, in something like a prayer position at the front. But it's working to those inner thighs, so squeeze those inner thighs on the way up. Squeeze, lovely. That's it, you might be getting a bit out of puff, that's all good. Okay, if you want to slow it down, when you're doing strength moves, the slower you go, the more you're going to feel it. So you can make what might feel like not such a tricky exercise when you're doing it quite rushed, actually quite hard. And if you really want to up the intensity on this, hold it as a pulse at the bottom. So just hold it as a little pulse, going up and down an inch or two. Or you can stay with the bigger sumo squats. And your options are, of course, how deep you go. So if you're not feeling it, keep it not too far. If you really want to work, get that bum down in line with the knees. Nearly there, one more. Lovely. Okay, so marching it out, marching it out. So the next one, the next move, we're going to be combining an element of balance along with strength. Let me show you, keep your marching. It's going to be a knee lift, kick out in front. Again, I don't mind what the arms are doing, just try not to fall over. If you need to grab a wall, a chair, whatever you need to do, that's fine. Just make sure you're in a safe position. Okay, we're nearly there. We're going to do 30 seconds each leg. Are you ready? Let's go. So knee in front, we're just kicking and release. You're working this quad, this nice big group of muscles, the front of the leg. Now, my standing leg, knee is soft. Because I'm balancing, ankle is wobbling all over the place. And that's actually fantastic for me to improve my balance. So this is all good. I'm starting to feel the burn on the quads. Core still strong, still standing up nice and tall. Not leaning into it. One more, and then we'll switch sides, switch sides. So same thing, knee up. Now the higher you can get this knee, the harder you're working into these hip flexors, the muscles at the front. Higher you can get the front of the leg, working into the quads. It's got a lot going on here. Obviously the balance is adding to it, so if you need to do it holding on to something so that you can get the strength work going, do that. But it's fantastic if you can manage with the balance as well. Lovely. We're going okay? You're there. Last one, last one. Wonderful. So march it out, get that blood flowing. Get the blood flowing. Okay, right, our next one is going to be side stepping lunge. You keep marching, let me show you. So from here, feet together, side step. I'm going to bend the outer leg, push the bottom back and down, body still straight while it's bending over. I'm not hunching, I'm bending, okay? So from our march, when you're ready, 3, 2, 1, let's go. So again, you can keep this move nice and slow and really pushing on that outer foot to get you back up. So you're feeling like you're gliding. So actually, if you're keeping your spine really nice and long, your gaze will tend to look forwards and down as you go down. Because I'm tending to bend at the hip. Let me show you from the side. Bending at the hip. Wonderful. I'll show you again this way. Lovely. Okay. Now again, if you want to keep it a little bit slower paced, but really focusing on the move. So slow, push up. Slow, push up. So that standing leg in the middle remains pretty straight. Doesn't need to be completely locked out, but pretty straight. Okay? Looking good. One more. March down, march down. This is where I regret the socks I've chosen today because they're falling off my feet, but you know, that's life. Keep going, keep going. This is how it works when you're doing these things freestyle. Are we still okay? Do we need a quick drink? Quick drink. Our next exercise is lying on our backs. Might want to get ready for that. So if you come down to the floor, lying on your back, we're going to do some hip bridging. So feet close to the bottom, spine is long, natural curve. So from here, push up, let it down. I'm keeping the spine long. If you normally do Pilates with me, this is not the hip bridges we do in Pilates where we're rolling up and down. It's a straight squeeze into the glutes to lift the hips. Squeeze to lift. Okay, so the spine is remaining long. I'm only going into kind of the shoulder blades, but the hips are getting nice and high and I'm working these strong glute muscles, trying to maintain alignment of the knees, okay? So I'm trying not to let the knees flare out or come in. Squeeze it up, release it down. Squeeze it up, release it down. Fantastic work, guys. There's not much left. You're nearly done. One more exercise and we're all done. Easy peasy. This is just a nice little kind of 20 minutes. Low impact. You can do it when you're half asleep in the morning. You can do it whenever you like. Right, rest it there. I might just want to have a little bit of movement in the legs. We're staying on the floor, okay? So from here, your next move is going to be a clam, which I tend to do in my Pilates class as well, so you may have seen that before. Imagine you are lying as though you've fallen off a chair. Just support your head with your lower arm. I prefer you weren't holding up because I don't think that's great for your neck. So just lie it down on your top arm if that's comfy. Use a cushion if you need to. Okay, all the move I'm asking you to do, keeping the feet together. Squeeze that knee up. Keeping the hips pointing up towards the ceiling. So the knees, hips and ankles were stacked. Spine is long. Pushing that top hip away. Give you a little gap under your waist. And we're just squeezing this outer thigh. These abductors, as they're called, to raise that top leg. You can keep hold the back hip if you need to, just to hold that position. And you can slow it down if you want to. Options to increase intensity. If you take the ankles just a few inches off the floor, just still holding that position, but it's a different type of intensity or working from a different position. Still keeping the core strong. Still pushing that top hip away. Nearly there, maybe about 3 more. Doing well. Keep squeezing. Think about that outer thigh. Lovely. Okay, wonderful. So, last exercise is going to be, you sit up, flip over for me, or just roll over. If you know what you're doing, you don't need to look at me, do you? Okay, we're doing this clam again. So, lying on the mat. Imagine you've fallen off a chair. If you need to give a little rub from where it was before, that's all good as well. Don't worry about that. Okay, so ankles, knees and hips aligned. Push that top hip away. You've got a small gap under the waist. We're just supporting the head, keeping the spine nice and long. So you've got almost like a broomstick down your back. And from here, all I'm going to ask you to do is squeeze that outer thigh, float that top knee away from the bottom one. And it's a gentle but strong move. Okay, it's not jerky, it's smooth. And you're using this outer thigh again, keeping those hips stacked. So don't be tempted to let the hips roll forwards or back. These should be absolutely stationary. You could put a pin through that and not move it. Awesome. And pretty soon you will feel it on this outer thigh, okay? So you've worked in this workout all the way around your legs. Your glutes have had a great workout, your quads, this outer thigh has been working nice and hard. It's all been kicking in these lovely big muscles in the lower body. Fantastic, guys. Should have got you a little bit out of puff, but not too crazy. We're nearly there. Lovely. Let's stretch. We are good. Right, I'm going to turn off my crazy timer, otherwise we'll be beeping at us. Let me stop that. We're going to have a quick stretch. Okay, so from here, if you just raise one heel up towards the ceiling, hold on to the back of the leg. So you've got a straight leg here. If you want to, you can straighten out the other leg away, just getting a stretch down the back of the leg, these hamstring muscles, back of the leg. Wonderful, release that. We're going to switch legs. Other leg up. Again, you can extend the far leg away. Try and keep this knee straight if you can. Getting the stretch down the hamstring. So you can grab on either behind the thigh, behind the calf. Hey, if you can reach your feet, by all means. And just gently holding it in towards yourself. Wonderful. If you want to let your knees come in, put the feet together, let the knees flop out to the side. So you're just getting an inner thigh stretch. Just letting those knees dangle down towards the floor. If you're nice and flexible, they might be on the floor actually. And it might feel different to you if you have your feet a little bit further away, a little bit closer in. Work with what's comfy, okay? Awesome. Right, from here, I'm going to roll it over onto the side. Do a quick quad stretch, knees together, push the hips forwards. Keep a gap between your bottom and your heel as you push your shoelace area into your hand. Lovely. We're just holding these stretches enough just to give them a little release out. It's not going to develop your flexibility particularly, it's going to maintain it. It's going to keep you nice and feeling good for tomorrow, okay? We'll roll over, switch sides. If you want to, you can roll over, face the other direction. I'll switch over here. So get a nice quad stretch in. And just having that bottom leg, however you need it, to maintain your balance, lying on your side. Awesome. Coming onto all fours, we're just going to do a quick calf stretch. So you put one set of toes down, push the heel over the top. So you're gently easing your body weight backwards by pushing the heel over the toes. And switch sides. Same thing on the other side. Lovely. Getting that stretch down the calf. So push the heel backwards. Okay, bring the legs in, tuck the toes. Gently ease the body weight backwards, straighten up through the legs, gently rolling up through the spine. Nice and slow. Okay, quick big breath in and out, and you are done for the day. Awesome, fantastic. Thank you for joining me. Please like and share this, and I hope you enjoyed it. Okay, bye.